If I had 2 minutes to chat with you and your doubles partner before your very next match, this is the strategy that I would teach you. I've worked with doubles players at every single level of our sport over the last decade. And last year on the podcast, I had Paul McNamee on. He's the coach of 9-time doubles Grand Slam champion Shea Su Wei. And he told me something that has stuck with me ever since. With all of his doubles teams, he likes to have a dominant net player and a dominant baseline player. And that makes so much sense to me at every single level of doubles, maybe with the exception of the ATP Tour, where they both like to get to the net at times. If you're a club level doubles player, then this definitely applies to you. We need someone at the baseline to cover the lobs and to really set up their partner at the net. And we need someone at the net to cause chaos, to apply pressure on the other team, to force errors, and to clean up any weak balls. So this is the first thing that I would go over with you and your partner. Are you better with you at the baseline and your partner at the net, or you at the net and your partner at the baseline? Once we figure that out, we can use different formations to set up our ideal scenarios. So let's start with returning. Let's say we're on this side of the court, and let's say you are the dominant net player and you're returning from the deuce side. If you're like most doubles teams, you probably return something like this. You're back at the baseline, hitting your return, your partner's at the net, and they are acting as the returner's partner. So the serve comes to you and you end up in a bad scenario with your dominant baseline player up at the net and your dominant net player at the baseline. So we have to use the two-back return formation to avoid this. So what you'll do when you're returning is pull your partner back to the baseline, and then you'll hit your return and come in to the net first chance you get. And that way you're in your ideal setup with your dominant baseline player at the baseline where they're comfortable and your dominant net player at the net where they are comfortable. And then when you're serving, you can do this as well. A lot of teams don't like to pull a player back on their serve, but it can work. If the dominant baseline player is really weak at the net, and anytime the opponents go at them, you generally lose the point, it can be helpful to pull your partner back to the baseline when you are serving, especially if you have a weak second serve. The recent French Open champions, Sara Errani and Jasmine Paolini, actually did this on Errani's serve, especially on her second serve. Paolini is a really strong singles player, so she's great from the baseline. So when Errani was serving, if she would miss her first serve, Paolini would run back to the baseline, the opponents would return, and first chance Paolini got to hit a ball, Errani would move into the net. This is a really brilliant strategy, and again, you can use it on your returns and even your serves at times. I would encourage you to leave your partner at the net if they are a decent net player. But again, if they're super weak at the net, if you have a really weak second serve, it's okay to play two back. Now, there's a lot more that goes into this than just the simple baseline and net play. Of course, there's the deuce and the ad court, first and second serves. There's different matchup scenarios that you have to go over as well. If you want to learn more about all of this and see more lessons like this, then check out Tennis Tribe memberships. They're on sale for the next several days, and I'm going to include more information below.